Now, you have a history of pissing people off on the internet.
I do?
Yeah, TVA just wants to get to the bottom of it.
I thought everybody loved me on the internet.
That's not what I hear. Now, this WandaVision sketch, you're dressed up as a putty. You look like a luchador. You're making putty noises. Come on, man.
It's entertainment. Look, 1.9k people like it. See?
Cringe is not content, Nate. All right, well, we'll move on to ReZero on X20. You made your best friend Mickey dress up as a big titty waifu. I mean, why?
I mean, it felt like it was a good way to like convey to the fans how long that scene was, and we could just, you know.
You know what's long? This dislike bar right here. That's pretty long.
Yeah.
And that's not even the kicker. September 22nd, 2020. What happened? Your entire office got sick with COVID-19. And this video was taken 14 days prior. Watch you.
That's not me. That's not.
Clearly you just sneezing into your hand. Now look. What are you doing? You're rubbing your face in it. What do you have to say for yourself?
But COVID was fake, man. It was real.
You're gonna cry now. You're crying. I broke you. I broke you like a bitch. 10 years of MCU character development. I did it in 42 minutes. I don't want to say it. You're gonna make me say it. Wow. Wow.
What's up? It's the Loki Reactions with the Normies, Season 1, Episode 2, The Variant.
Yo, this show is freaking dope.
Yeah.
Great fucking kill. I want to avoid any speculations in the comments because they kind of like spoiled something for me, which I didn't know, which is okay because it was casting news, but I didn't know because I don't follow the casting news.
Same.
So like,
What happened?
just in case if someone on the couch doesn't know, we won't repeat it here.
Yeah.
Alright, cool. I don't know anything about it.
Yeah, it was like a theory on who the hooded Loki is.
Oh, okay, I gotcha.
Don't worry about it. You'll see when you see it. But
So that I can only make the inference it's not an evil twin.
Yeah.
That's the
I mean, you
inference
don't
I
know.
just made.
I mean, it's evil Loki.
Yeah, I thought that was gonna be an evil version of
But I
Pumpkin.
actually, P-Dub came over the other day and I watched the first episode with him again, and it's just like, it's so good, dude. It's really, it's really well done. Like, Marvel takes these very complicated, like, subject matter and somehow they're, like, dealing with time travel and shit, and they're able to boil it down into, like, a old-timey cartoon. Like,
Yeah.
Miss Minutes was Tara Strong. That's Timmy Turner and Bubbles from Powerpuff Girls.
What?
Oh,
She's like an iconic voice actor.
Where did you get this multiverse? Internet.
My favorite scene in the last episode was just him just coming to realization about his life and like who was really, really important to him, his family.
Yeah, it was
You know,
cool.
that was the part that I think that was the hardest pill for him to swallow at the end of the day, was like family was the most important.
That's another thing they did really well, is they just like they were able to reset him within one episode.
Yeah, they did
pretty
within one
concise.
episode.
They let him watch the movies, basically. Like,
Basically,
set him in front of a screen.
You gotta catch up.
That's what I was just like and thought about. I was like, yo, they just put him down to size, like that. I think it was Infinity Stones too that helped.
Darren, what were you saying?
The Miss Minutes portion, you can kind of see was, we'll call it inspired by Jurassic Park.
Love
In the
that
beginning,
movie.
Jurassic Park,
yeah, okay,
when the
yeah.
scientists first arrive, they go. David Attenborough takes them through this little, almost like a ride, but the synopsis of how the dinosaurs are actually there, like how they're back to life, is done in a very clever, kind of old timey cartoon.
I remember that cartoon. I remember it.
Summarized
Yes.
in a few seconds,
DNA,
and boom.
It's
And
funny.
Yeah, I remember it.
yeah, and so it's just a really easy, effective way to convey a really complicated idea to your audience. Boil it down to a cartoon. It appeals to everybody. Gets in and out, attention, boom.
There's the multiverse. So do you think there was some variant timeline where Miss Minutes and Mr. DNA
Yeah, there you go. They were like a
each
couple.
other.
Yeah,
Did the thing happen?
yeah, that's right.
did the nasty?
Maybe they
Time
created
stones.
Maybe they created time and space.
Yeah, well, you never know.
Who knows?
The
Who
old Big
knows?
Bang.
But what we do know is this is not a market substitute for
It's not.
Loki. Please support the official release. We're watching on Disney Plus. This is the only place where you can
Please.
watch it every Wednesday. Then come back here, watch us, like, subscribe, comment, tell your friends about us. Tell them now. We'll wait. All right, cool. And check out our Patreon. It's a great way to support us and help us run and function the channel. You can check out the uncut watch along to this episode as well as all the content that we react to.
It's usually up before this episode, so our patrons get that first look.
Wow.
It is. If you've been waiting for the Loki react, you can watch the uncut on our Patreon.
Pretty much
quicker
right away.
than- Yes. All right. Well, social media.
Yeah, man, please follow us on TikTok, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, all the above. We have so much stuff that we have to offer that you can't find on YouTube. So follow us there.
Yeah, and you can also hang us out on Discord too.
Yeah.
Check out the Twitch. I'm gonna repeat, guys.
Oh my god.
Terrible timing.
Oshkosh, Wisconsin. It's a fucking Renaissance fair.
What's going on?
Agatha?
Oh, I see this, you know.
This isn't the Steampunk convention, guys.
It's my job, dude. Yoink.
Whoa.
Ooh.
Whoa.
Because
Okay.
Loki could take over people's minds, you know.
Ooh.
manipulate.
I love this
It was a
song.
staff before though, wasn't it?
Yeah.
With
Oh
a
yeah, I guess
finger,
it's
like,
true. Yeah.
oh my god, you're all about to get clapped.
Yo, Shrek 2 vibes. You hear the song?
This is so 80s.
Damn, he's like going in and out of different people, man. She played somebody in this Amazon show.
C20 just got took.
Yeah. But first, she clapped her entire team, son. Like, you don't want no smoke with her. That was incredible.
Let's see if the font's different when it ends on the thing.
Maybe not. I guess maybe he just does this.
No, it stays the same.
I feel like it's gonna go gold by the end. Like, we're gonna have final form Loki with a Frieza transition.
I hope so.
Okay, y'all. Let's hear what happens when a Nexus event branches past red line.
Very bad thing.
Is he
Come
working?
on, Loki. What is it?
It's when the TVA can no longer reset the Nexus event.
Ooh. It's gonna happen.
And the collapse of reality as we know it.
Can you hear me? Are you recording or are you alive?
Sort of both. Watch it. Where's your man?
Can you hit her though?
Yeah.
I'll have my magic back. Is no one concerned about that? No, why not? Because you already know that we can catch you and how's betraying us going to get you any closer to the timekeepers.
Ooh, he knows your goals.
Audience for the timekeepers is on the table. Keep that focus.
Ooh.
Oh, what?
What?
It's a good motivator.
Is that even possible?
I think he's lying. I think
He's incentivizing it.
I think that's police tactics.
He's getting the job done.
Breadcrumbs.
Reset charges prune the affected radius of a branched timeline. By the way, it sounds like a nice way of saying disintegrate everything in the vicinity.
Yeah.
You gotta prune it.
So everything dies?
Solid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Reset.
You know how you like prune a plant?
Hostages now?
Damn, so everybody
That's kind of because they grow like
That
fragments.
variant just gets cut off.
Yeah, they grow like leaves, like fragments.
It's a trap. He's waiting for you outside his tent. He knows that I'm stronger than him.
Almost one unit.
And he rightly believes that together we can overthrow and rule the TVA. That's not what I want. I have a new purpose. I am a servant of the sacred timeline. I can deliver you the variant.
I love this.
He's the lying sack of shit.
Yeah, I don't know.
I will need to speak to the timekeepers at once. They're in greater danger than we realize.
He's such a liar.
He's playing.
You're just
Owen Wilson knows his game.
you just said you're the god of mischief too, bro.
Right.
Just playing games.
Like everybody just dies? I thought it just gets like frozen and restarted, so everybody's just.
Now that
No, it gets obliterated.
They're all variants.
they're pruning this part of the timeline.
Yeah, see,
Oh,
Yeah,
we're
but they-
seeing it now.
But
Look
they
at
die though.
well, the
Yeah,
line got
well,
it. They were variants. They exist in the sacred timeline.
They're just
still.
getting erased from time. So yeah, they're dying.
Yeah.
But look, see the branch
Now we're getting back to
is
the normal
getting
timeline.
deleted. So now the straight timeline is still.
Yeah, but those people died.
Yeah,
No,
because
they still exist in
In
the.
a sense.
A version of them died. How about that?
Yeah, a version of them.
There you go.
the newly created timeline of them died.
Which was an error created through error anyway.
Mummies.
No, you see the coaster there.
Those rings are already there.
And they're all from you.
So we're going to
Focusing on that a lot.
that line.
Right.
You know, method variant likes to stall for time, and eventually we'll catch the other one doing the same thing because understanding this Loki helps me get closer to the one we're chasing.
Sound logic?
Playing two different chessboards here.
Oh, is that possible? Can change?
Yeah.
Not unless the timekeepers decree it.
Yeah, fuck the timekeepers.
Yeah, who
I
puts-
really don't like that.
I think
Predetermined shit.
What happens to free
Gods.
will?
I don't
Yeah.
know, because I've never.
The timekeepers are monitoring every
Which one?
aspect of this case. I've never seen them so involved. They want that variant caught.
Has she seen them?
Yeah, do they even exist?
They're gonna get
I
That's what I'm
think they
saying.
do. But like all people like, you know, self-proclaimed gods, are they really, really gods?
Like, how does she just have a...
I think it's her position as the judge.
She's
Like,
got them on speed dial?
Arsenal.
Right.
I want that
I
pen.
remember this. This must be from the analyst you keep on the side.
And who was this analyst
It
on the
says
side?
Franklin Roosevelt on the pen?
Yeah, high school.
That's cool.
All right, comic book fans. What character went to Franklin Delano High School? That could be the other analyst. Maybe, I don't know.
That's actually a good catch.
That's definitely a clue.
It's Coulson.
I swear to God.
Oh my God, I would shit.
I would shit right here.
Why are you in there sticking your neck out for me?
I'll give you two options, and you can believe whichever one you want. A, because I see a scared little boy shivering in the cold bath. B, I just
Frost giant.
I'll tell you whatever I need to do.
Yeah, that's a good one.
I think it's the first
I think it's B.
I think it's the first one.
Yeah.
I'll go with both.
A little bit of both, because he just wants him to get the job done.
Ooh. Nice dog.
Nice.
Looks like piano keys. What the fuck?
It does,
Right?
yeah.
Is this a real building? This is a real building. Where's it? Architecture, man.
How you know it's a real building?
I don't think it's a real building anymore.
These 3 timekeepers, man. It could be, and they could have just added these statues in this other set. I've seen hotels that look like this.
I don't like it, man. They're holding up the Fire Nation sign.
I'd like all files pertaining to the creation of the TVA.
Oh, dude.
Oh, yeah, sure.
You thought she would like be your mark to do this?
I'd like all files pertaining to the beginning of time.
Those are classified.
Okay, the end of time.
Those are
Okay,
classified.
what files can I have?
That's it.
Happy reading.
You're
honest self.
Destruction of Asgard. What was that?
You find out you got waxed by your sister yet?
Ragnarok. Best fucking movie in the MCU. Damn near. I love it, man.
Total planetary destruction.
Pain.
Jesus.
There's like 12 of them living on Earth.
Damn, there was only like 10,000 of them?
It was pretty small.
Damn, his acting is so good here.
Yeah, that tear just welled up.
It's placed by.
Oh, you can go.
He's got the time. Fix that shit.
But you can't. He explained the time travel rules to him earlier in the episode.
He's hiding in apocalypses.
Which apocalypse? Any time in history, there's like a million of them.
Let's just say your salad
What are you
is
doing?
Asgard.
No,
In this scenario.
it's not Asgard. That's
It's
my
a metaphor.
lunch.
I could go down to Asgard and I could do anything I wanted. I could push the Hulk off the Rainbow Bridge. There he goes.
He sauced us out.
And I could also set fire to the palace.
No, just stop. Don't set fire to it.
Whatever I wanted, and it would never matter.
Because it's gonna be destroyed.
Oh my God.
God. Surtur will destroy Asgard.
Oh, he's right.
No, don't do.
What an asshole.
Yeah, like, okay, I get the, it's like, I get the point, man.
That makes sense. He's hiding in apocalypses. Not just Ragnarok, any of them. That makes so sense.
What am I looking at? It could be any apocalypse. It could be a tidal wave. It could be a meteor. It could be a volcano. A
You
supernova.
can't screw up that
I love how
timeline.
he's saying all this. Supernova, apocalypse.
Then nothing I say or do will matter because the timeline's not going to. The variant could be hiding in the apocalypse and do whatever he wants, and we wouldn't know.
He's smart. Y'all are dumb. You couldn't figure that out.
We got to properly test this theory.
Well, here's a fun theory. You lure me out to the field and then you stab me in the back. I've never stabbed
His face. His face.
You've literally stabbed people in the back with a sticky knife.
I'd never do it again.
I love that line.
It got old.
I'll never do it again.
Pompeii! Oh no!
This was a very good Doctor Who episode, by the way. Pompeii episode. Just want to throw it out there.
If you're wrong, and there's a good chance you are, anything we do can create a huge branch.
Well, if any of them live, that will create a branch.
So we're gonna start very small.
You mean like standing there with very strange clothes on for the first
Right.
Bird noises.
Oh no.
Free, my old friends, be free! Be gone! Prefectus consider and
Dude, shut up!
Doesn't matter, they're gonna die.
and vos omnes. Morituri ignes pactus per
Is him saying it gonna like not
Right,
make
like,
it real?
If one of them escapes, then that's gonna be a variant.
quod ego tunis ad wen. We are from the future, right?
No.
What is the TVA? I mean, it's from the future. It sounds from the future.
I don't know. What is it? Is TVA
It's
future?
the beginning of time.
Hey, run.
Yeah, I think it's outside time space.
Nothing matters. Nothing has any consequence.
What if somebody survives and says, oh, like, you know?
He's right.
He's right. The son of a bitch is right.
Zero variant energy, no branching in the timeline. TVA, never even know you were here.
Get the fuck out of there.
Fellas?
Get out now!
I wanted them to just be dusty.
But in
order for this scenario to hold, the disasters have to be naturally occurring, sudden, no warning, no survivors. How many of those disasters could there possibly be?
So many.
He's excited now.
Dude, this kind of reminds me much of End of the World. It's like a Doctor Who episode.
I love that story. Just like coming up with that. It's sound logic. It makes sense.
You can do whatever the fuck you want because everybody's gonna die. Love it. Love it.
At your desk, that magazine.
Jet skis.
Why'd you have that?
Because they're awesome.
That's a fact.
Most things in history are kind of dumb and everything gets ruined eventually. But in the early 1990s, a brief shining moment, there was a beautiful union, form, and function. Wave runner, the jet ski. A reasonable man cannot differ.
It exists past 1990.
I think a TV agent showing up on a jet ski on the sacred timeline, that would create a branch for sure.
It'll be fun though.
Yeah.
Think maybe there's a moment you could go back and fuck with it.
So why read about them?
It helps remind me of what we're fighting for.
Jet skis, man.
Jet skis.
Damn, that backdrop is so great.
This stuff. I don't get hung up on believe, not believe. I just accept what is.
3 magic lizards.
There you go.
Created the TVA, and everyone in it, including you.
Including me.
You see, every time I start to admire your intelligence, you say,
And who raised you?
Odin of Asgard.
Odin, god of the heavens, Asgard, mystical realm beyond the stars, frost giants. Listen to yourself. It's the same. It's completely different.
It is different. I agree with Loki.
Exactly the same.
I don't know.
So everything is written. There's no such thing as free will.
But it's an oversimplification.
So how's it all end?
That's a work in progress.
Oh, there's lazy timekeepers. What are they waiting for?
They're toiling away in their chamber, untangling the epilogue from its infinite branches.
I see. When they finished, what happens then?
So are we. And our Nexus events, just order, and we meet in peace at the end of time.
What? Okay.
Sounds like a religion, man.
That sounds way too. Yeah.
I don't know.
These timekeepers sounds like religion.
Yeah, I don't think they exist, man. I
don't think they exist either.
Sure.
You know, you called me a scared little boy.
I called you a lot of things.
You're wrong, though. See, I know something children don't. That no one bad is ever truly bad, and no one good is ever truly good.
We're all just gray.
Great Jedi.
Why?
Yes, it was quite patronizing. I thought it was a bit too far, actually.
Yo, you can shapeshift.
Very clever.
Was he a little boy back in the 1500s?
He just an epiphany. Yeah.
Variant left something behind at an old crime scene, a cathedral candy box.
Bluey Kazooie.
The gum. Or
Yeah.
whatever,
Kablooey.
Did candy on Asgard?
Grapes, nuts.
Yes, thank you, sir.
Bluey was only sold regionally on Earth from 2047 to 2051.
Or 2047.
Really? Marvel's gonna introduce that in that year.
Yeah, or
Yeah. They're
47.
gonna actually have it come out.
Yes, but you're right.
That's right.
Alabama 2050. Haven Hills, Alabama. Corporate town owned by Rockstar until it's wiped out by a hurricane. All the food and supplies you need.
Damn, everybody died there? Shit.
I have to tell you that trusting this man is not a good idea.
I can see why they don't want to trust him.
Well, yeah, of course.
Still long game manipulation with Loki.
I don't trust her.
I don't trust her.
I don't trust her either.
I don't
yeah.
trust this
I don't
whole
trust
place.
her.
I don't trust this whole place.
Yep. I just don't trust the timekeepers, bro.
I don't either.
There's no
Fuck them. Whoa.
Absolutely not.
You know fun.
Did you see his face?
I'd love to just have a regular ass
You
lockers.
can't, like, I love him so much, but he is mischief.
This warehouse is being used by civilians as a shelter and trying to ride out the storm. Remember, this is a class 10 approach.
So we gotta make sure they all die.
And if you see a Loki, prune it.
No, not one wearing this jacket.
Yeah, not a Loki. The bad one.
Yeah.
The superior one.
Hey, Alabama.
Damn, Alabama.
2015.
Oh man.
Loki and I are going to check out the greenhouse. We'll meet back at the showroom.
No?
You go with D90, he stays with me.
Honestly, she's being smarter.
Supervision. Do you not remember the Time Theater? That's why I want him with me.
You are more than welcome to go back to the TVA and litigate with Renslayer, but right
We're
now...
here. We're not going back. The variant is here. It's fine. It's fine. You can trust me.
Oh my god, I freaking love their broship now.
I don't know if he's.
Yeah.
No,
It's Loki.
Okay, he might betray Mobius a little bit, but he likes him. He's like, bro, I didn't want to do this. I love you. See you next time.
You're gonna use any opportunity to fuck with
Try to
him.
hang on to your time copper this time.
Shots fired.
Yo, she might prune him.
Just on accident.
Yeah, like
Not on
whoops.
purpose.
Whoops.
They know.
Oh, evil Loki has cameras.
My brain wants to make a Five Nights at Freddy's joke, but it's just not happening.
We got a 20-minute timer. It's a bomb.
Or is that a time resetter? Or is it a bomb? I don't know. It's not a time resetter. I don't know.
It's a ticking clock. Rock's card has to be a reference to something.
What are you doing?
Shopping for plants.
There's a hurricane outside.
Yeah, where are you gonna put him, bud?
Dahlias that have fun.
You're sus.
He's gonna
I
zip.
think he just took over him like he does with his hand. You know what I mean?
Prune him.
Prune him.
Yep.
Oh, God.
Here we go.
Wait, who could transfer their?
Yeah, no, she's him now.
Yeah.
Yep.
Is he dead?
No, they usually survive.
What the fuck? What the fuck, you?
Yo, don't let her touch
Come on, Loki. You should know better.
You're the fool the TVA
He knows. He wants to have a conversation.
Oh.
Me, I presume.
Please, if anyone's anyone, you're me.
Oh, yeah.
Oh no.
This is gonna be awesome.
Nice to meet you.
That is gonna be so good.
What if it does, like Josh, you were saying, end up being him? Like it's a self-fulfilling prophecy or a loop.
Hi, are you guys looking for the disaster shelter?
No.
Why is the store still open?
Why is he doing this? That actress did a good job of pretending
I
to
was
be
thinking the same
Loki,
thing.
by the way. Yeah.
Switched up her cadence and her walk.
You know, gaining their confidence was no mean feat.
Oh my god.
You went undercover. If you could possibly sheathe your smile for a moment. Maybe that's why I found you. Go on.
Man, we know this was gonna happen.
I'm going to overthrow the timekeepers.
That's what he wants to
Cards
do.
on the table. I could use a qualified lieutenant.
You're the lieutenant, bro. You're the lieutenant.
What say you, Loki?
Oh, don't call me that.
Whoa.
Whoa.
You can call me
Randy.
His name tag.
I'm not interested in ruling the time variance authority.
Want to destroy it.
What are you interested in?
Yeah. What do you want?
Destruction.
Oh, yeah.
Shit.
You about to prune this place.
Here's a few losing.
Call the TVA. Let the infirmary know.
No, I gave it away.
What did you give
The
them?
timekeepers, where they are.
What?
Wait, all of y'all are just privy to that information?
I don't think so. I thought they didn't know.
That's your plan.
HyperX.
Lure us all here so you can blow the place up.
Oh, shit.
Here we go.
I miss Randy.
Damn, when'd you take over this dude?
I miss Randy.
Then all these people must be having so much fun playing him.
Right?
Right, yeah.
Yes!
With a Roomba?
Yeah.
Stop hiding!
Fucking vacuum cleaner.
Fuck by 2050, they still got Hoovers, baby.
Oh, damn.
I have shit to do.
He's like, God damn it.
This is a clever way to handle product placement. You just
And like some future, subtle future tech, you know? Because it's supposed to be 2050.
Damn, y'all
Okay.
got 1 minute.
Loki could turn into other people too. So like, wonder why this one's snatching bodies instead of just.
from me? What is this about?
Brace yourself, Loki.
Oh my god, you're freaking me out, man.
Now you gotta deal with the TVA.
Okay, I think they explained it earlier. Like that's why he's not using his real body to change into people. So he's a bit more hidden.
Oh!
Looks like a lady.
What do you want from me? Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
This isn't about you.
I'm Lokia.
No one cares. That was
What the fuck?
That was what the comments said.
I knew that.
I'm confused.
Lady
Who is she? Why is she impersonating him?
She's Loki. Like Lady Loki.
What do you? Is it Loki or should I be impersonating Loki?
A different timeline.
A variant of Loki was a female Loki.
Yeah.
That's the actual Loki.
Yo, he had so many of
That's
these.
weird.
What's he doing?
Reset the TVA.
What's she doing?
What's she?
Are they going back to the
To
TVA?
the timekeepers.
Oh!
There we go. You're going back to the way it was.
Is he pruning the TVA?
Something just bombed the sacred timeline.
Basically.
Here we
There's a
go.
sick tie in New York. Oh god.
Oh yeah, you
Whoa,
fired.
this is everywhere.
Oh shit, yo.
It's about to be another Nexus
Bro,
event.
this is a bad idea though. They're all going out to that field. There's the Lady Loki is gonna come in there.
This is gonna be a Nexus level event.
What actor is she? Actress is she?
Very cool shot.
Yeah, this is nuts. This is.
She's gonna go there now, cause like everybody's like, ow.
Who's he gonna help? He's gonna join her.
Yep, I would.
He's gotta at least follow her. They lose her. You lose it forever. Like,
But you've got to know, I guess.
you have no choice.
I mean, bro, at some point, you
Let it go. Keep it going. Keep it going.
But
awesome.
now he's lost the trust of the TVA, probably.
What if he's going to help the
He'll get it.
TVA? What if he's going to help the TVA? He's like,
Yeah, probably. That's well.
like,
I mean,
That's how he'll spin.
dude, if y'all saw a female version of yourself, what would
I'd be
you,
like, damn, I'm kind of hot.
I figure I'm hot in all time.
I wouldn't know how to I wouldn't know how to react to that, bro. I'm real with you. I would not know.
You know what though? Which sounds kind of crazy. I might be crazy for this, but like I always think of what I would do if I came back in time and ran into another version of myself, just in case that shit happens in the future.
Oh my god!
No,
Dude,
man.
there's a really good movie called I think it's called Primer or something like that. But it's like these two guys create a time machine in their garage, and that exact thing happens. They run into themselves, and then they have to kill their past selves to like replace them. Like it's pretty nuts.
What? So what would you do, Spidey? If you
So like it's literally the fact that I would just have to tell myself, one, if it's not that the world just implodes once you see yourself, it's just me having a conversation. Like I'm prepared to meet myself if it were to ever happen. If it doesn't just create all these like timelines, then yeah, I'm just gonna talk to me. But like I've mentally prepared myself to see myself just in case.
You should watch the show Dark on Netflix.
Yeah.
3 seasons is in German, but bro, you gotta watch that
So
show.
good.
It's so fucking good.
Man, this episode's wow.
Lots to unpack. Yeah.
No,
Oh no, I love timey-wimey stories, man. Like multi-dimensional stuff like that. I'm a subscriber for the multiverse theory.
You should definitely
IRL,
look
even
for
though
it.
there's no like evidence for it.
What's the actress's name? Lady Loki?
I don't know.
I have no
can look it
idea.
up. I can look it up.
I was thinking that makes sense because the next Thor movie, Love and Thunder, is going to focus primarily on Natalie Portman's
Jane
female
Foster, yeah.
Thor. And if this female Loki survives this film, then they could set them up to be protagonist, antagonist in that movie.
I don't know if you guys saw that right before they dropped the name in there. It was a distorted picture of the timekeeper's face instead of the normal face that we see.
So I'll tell you in a
Georgia
second.
Peach, that's
actually.
it.
Which I think is everything. This episode was like the beginning of time and the start of this, the start of that, your origination. So my whole thing was, okay, the timekeepers, like who started them, where did they come from, and now we see an attack on them and the sacred timeline, which
I'm starting to believe they're not. Either they don't exist and this whole TVA is like something else, or like
Smoke and mirrors,
or-
like Wizard of Oz.
yeah, or it's not all it's cracked up to be. Like we're missing some part of the puzzle.
I believe they exist in the comics, but I also think that there's some other like higher level. It's like something
Yeah,
fixes
because like
this,
what created that? You know, like what?
Exactly.
I think they're the gods. They're
No,
three. Like they just created time itself, and maybe it happens again and again, and they just want to make sure it keeps happening because everything's predetermined. So they know everything that's going to happen. They knew about Thanos' snap. They knew the Avengers would go back and fix it.
Well,
But-
yeah,
but
because
like-
it was all within the variants.
Yeah.
And I know he said there's no free will. That's an oversimplification, but that's essentially like what it is then. Because like
Predeterminism.
you might have like a huge number of choices that you can make, but it's all still like
Predetermined because those choices are only for you.
exactly.
Well, and it begs the question that if they weren't there, would that still be true?
Right.
If the timekeepers didn't exist to keep time in order, then would that still be the case? I
And then
would
how do you
assume
guys
not.
get to be the ones that call it? Like,
Yeah, well, they said
Yeah.
that they were still unraveling time too,
So they're
it
still
hasn't-
gonna figure it out.
So it's not cyclical yet because they're still unraveling the future.
That's the part that made me think it's kind
What
of
if this is what
bullshit
they're being told?
because like he was just like, yeah, exactly. That's what I think. It's just like, oh well, you know, they're
Being
busy.
gaslighted.
They're busy. Like any questions that come up, well, I mean, they're busy.
See, I wanted to think that they were like not gods, just like humans who made this thing and are like all powerful or something. But
They're
then,
lizards.
But then, like
No,
you
they're
know,
lizards.
Mobius brought up a good point. Like Asgard, Odin, there's gods there. So why can't we have like powerful people doing that?
I like
They're lizards.
the ridiculousness of it.
Apparently they're lizards.
No, they're not.
I
Also,
think-
real side note, real
No,
quick.
for real. That's what
what
he
he
said.
said.
So they're really
Yeah.
lizards.
Yeah.
That's what
I
they
believe
said.
so. And
There
if you
can't be
noticed,
lizards.
if you noticed on the
Lizard people.
statues, yeah,
kinda
and
lizard skin.
Like Mark Zuckerberg. Sorry.
what's her name? God, it starts with an R. The
Ray.
Verona?
Renslayer.
Renslayer. Yeah, we'll call her Renslayer. But in her office, she had the really like elaborate statues, and they were
box.
very detailed, and they had scales on their faces.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
And like,
I
you bringing
see-
up the center guy. Like his face is either messed up or like Owen Wilson was like, oh, that guy, he kind of looks. And then I don't know which one he was pointing to. I imagine the center one because it's always the focus.
I just want to know if anybody else besides her has seen them because she's their only point of contact.
I don't think she's seen them.
You know,
I don't think she's seen them either.
She's just devout Christian.
Okay, I hate to make a lost
but she was saying like I've never seen them so busy before, and it's like clear that
it is as if she's watching them run through an office.
Like maybe she, but the way she was speaking, it seems to me like she has some form of contact with them.
Mm-hmm. What
you know? But then also my bad. Also at the end, C20.
Yeah.
She was like, I told them where the timekeepers are. So it's like, does everybody know where they are? Like, I'm like, what are?
So
I'm missing some of the rules.
I think what she meant maybe by that is that she knows where, like, that place where you could go and easily fuck everything up, where like their memory is, but they're dead or something like that. Something that drives the whole system.
That's about to
maybe like how that whole universe that like how there's like flipped or mirrored. It's not mirrored, but like how it drives everything. Maybe that's where she meant.
Do you think that's what she meant by it was real? It was real. It was real. Like,
yeah.
What was she talking about with that? Too?
Yeah.
I'm not sure. I'm wondering if, because they're probably sitting in like a pocket void of, something where they exist outside of time, because the TVA exists outside of time, and they exist outside of that shit. So it's like
I think whatever special powers they had to create time is what's keeping everything going, but they're not alive.
There's a way to their void. Like we can walk into their hyperbolic time chamber.
And the way to do it is to set off all these bombs and create this like Nexus event.
Because we've got to breach out of that time, that variant. Maybe, I don't know.
Which one was B20? Is that the one that got took over at the beginning of the Residence House? Okay. So do you think she just did she say I know where they are or how to
told them how to get to it?
How to examine it? I think how is this?
He kept saying it's real, or something like that. Like she saw some, and so it's
maybe,
like real.
Maybe the female Loki showed her something outside of the time.
Yeah,
so I'm thinking maybe
like a future is a life outside, a different variant outside of whatever.
Or maybe, bro, just she told, and maybe this timekeeper shit is kind of like a little bit on the bullshit side. You know what I mean? Maybe it's like maybe these timekeepers are actually controlling it to their whim.
Yep.
Yeah.
Because I mean, you gotta think about it like this, man. Anything that has anybody in charge of it that's like an active sentient being, bro, the likeliness that they're doing it for everybody else is. I'm sorry, guys.
There's
So I agree. I can only think, you know what I mean? Because like think about it. They're saying, oh, what's the end? And then like they have an answer for the end. Like, but what is the end? Like, what are they doing? Right. What kind of end are they writing out? You know what I mean? They're the weaves.
I think they're almost like the secretive like cult leaders.
Yeah.
I feel like there's something nefarious about the
then also one thing I noticed, so like was it in the Greek gods where like they had the muses? Was it the muses that had the needles? Mm-hmm. 3 of them, right?
Yeah, muses.
3 of them and 3 timekeepers.
Yeah.
So like
shared the eyeball and shit.
Yeah, and like all they did, they would weave out the time they kept whatever, and they would fix it.
Yeah.
So it's like
a thread.
Oh, the Sisters of Fate.
Yeah, the Sisters of Fate. I'm so whatever. I don't know why I call them the muses. The Sisters of Fate. So like. It's they controlled it and they had to their whim. So
What did Renslayer? What did she grab when she ran out of her office?
She grabbed her own baton. It looked like
her own
the prune stick.
I couldn't see. She grabbed it so quickly. I couldn't see half of the stuff on that shelf. I'm probably have to go back and check that out.
She had a lot of cool things. Moby was just like talking
by the end of this, they're gonna be like just the powering of a battery of the car, like Rick and Morty. Like it's a universe in a universe in a universe for my car.
I'm thinking so like
Rick and Morty shit.
So basically. Loki, female Loki, Lady Loki, she sent out those variants, those little reset things off in different areas of time.
Yeah, I kind of wanted to replay
and like set that off at the same exact time, and probably she's doing it in very, very, I'm gonna guess, very, very important events in that timeline, probably too.
Definitely.
She's setting them out like it's like almost like a light. You know what I mean?
She's trying to override
it looked like they were all going back to the if you go back to the computer where Rain, what's her name?
Yeah,
it looks like those might have been all of the huge event. Like, what am I trying to say? The catastrophic events that just there we go.
I don't know because like remember it kept showing like Hong Kong, New York. I think they were going to like different pockets in the sacred timeline,
and basically just fucking up all their timelines so they can all hit that red. Not just one event. Everything is hitting red.
So that would literally be like Lady Loki taking all the points that the timekeepers took to control the timeline,
Fix it and just completely
resetting all of those.
Trying to prune the sacred timeline.
So now we have pruned the sacred timeline. Yeah, someone's bombing the timeline.
See, look.
Thornton, USA.
2000.
They're different dates. Look,
Asgard. 216, 2004. Asgard. What's that?
Rome, Italy.
Yo, is that one?
Vormir?
Is that one?
They were just Vormir, bro.
Asgard was 216, 2004.
Vormir in 2301.
I'm
What
gonna
the
look up what
fuck?
happened in Cookville,
So wait,
USA.
is it? Do you think they're stopping very important? I'm guessing back here, man. So Vormir,
It's the
2001.
place where you get the soul stones.
Yeah, and then that's where Black Widow dies.
Yeah.
Is it stopping that shit?
That's in 2030, 23.
It's in the future, bro. That's what I'm trying to say.
1999 when they went back. What happened? 216, 2004.
So didn't we just see Sakaar in Falcon Winter Soldier?
Yeah, I think so.
1984.
Ego.
Yo.
Whoa! Titan.
Holy shit.
So they're going. I think they're going back. Xandar. Dude,
Xandar.
they must be going back.
They're
to
going
these
back.
key places in the movies, possibly. I'm gonna go with the movies also, and just
I think you might be
fuck
right,
it.
dude. What
She's pruning key events in the sacred timeline that is basically going to just. You see the straight line going all looped out in a mesh. It's going to create this next.
And I think we saw that, dude. It said Asgard.
Ego. Star-Lord's dad. Planet.
Yes.
Ego.
You guys are
Titan.
fools.
Literally reset all the movies.
I'm down with resetting all the movies. That's dope.
All these places were settings of movies. Now that I'm thinking about it.
If we reset the movies, then Tony Stark died from nothing.
I'm okay with that because that's good TV right there.
What if they just remake the entire like
And
Marvel
man,
logo and
Deadpool
shit
reset
just
the
mind
timeline
fuck
too,
us?
bro.
Well, Robert Downey Jr. I don't think he's going to go on any Marvel movies anymore. So
No, I'm sure they know what they're doing.
yeah,
I'm sure this is all intentional.
they're doing something.
Okay.
This show triggers my existentialism.
I do hope they. I hope we get Deadpool thrown more into more.
So, bro,
Deadpool's DC.
he was the only one to actually reset the timeline and fix Fox's bullshit that they did.
Nah, so maybe this
He
is
did,
the
though.
this is the excuse, man. This is how we get like Hugh Jackman in the MCU, possibly.
I'll take it.
Or like,
Fuck it.
Well, if they,
I know Logan was his
don't
last,
fix
but-
it though.
We'll do it. Let's do it. Let's take it.
Because like now that all these like it's hard to figure out what the sacred timeline is now because all this pruning went on for key life events. So
I got chills. Like when he's seeing the branches, I was like, oh my god, are we okay? Like that shit was deep, man.
I got trouble seeing the names right there. Like, whoa, like what happened in 2309 in Vormir? Because like I thought we were done with that place.
How many episodes of this do we have?
6, I think.
I imagine 6.
Only 6?
And then
Like
how
Falcon
are
and Winter
they
Soldier.
even doing timelines? Because time starts different on every planet, basically, if you will. Like we technically go by when Jesus died or whatever. Like
Yeah.
Oh, you mean the
Yeah,
times?
so
like how do they establish
That's
that?
2309 on Vormir was
Maybe the
universal
TVA has
timeline.
their own universal
Right.
system. Yeah. They also reference chaos creation, right? Is what they said. The word chaos keeps coming up, but we also found
creation
out
is chaos.
in WandaVision that
That's
she
nuts.
is the
She's a
Scarlet Witch
chaos
because she
magician.
has chaos magic. She can create stuff. So I think that maybe that's a little undercurrent, like a theme that goes through all of this stuff.
I'm waiting for this
Chaos.
statue to
Chaos.
stop.
Wanda is definitely just like she's gonna play a part with Doctor Strange. And we saw Doctor Strange
Multiverse
seeing all
and
of
For
the
sure.
timelines.
No, that's confirmed. I think
Yeah.
actually.
What if they become the new timekeeper? No, okay.
Oh, that'd be dope. That'd be dope.
The Sorcerer Supreme and
Yeah.
Scarlet Witch and
I just want a
maybe
bunch of
the
Spider-Man
Vision.
stuff.
Maybe Vision could be.
That would be really sweet.
Vision could
that.
be.
I want
Yeah.
Spider-Man and Deadpool, and then I want Spider-Man and the Fantastic Four, which I forget what the team becomes, but then I
Ooh,
want
okay.
the kids. They say that like Reed Richards' kid is technically like in comics books. He's so strong. He's the reason why heroes don't age in comic books. Like he is the beginning and the existence of heroes as they are, and that's just kind of wild to think. I'm pretty sure it's Reed Richards' kid. One of the strongest mutants out.
All right.
Yeah, I think I heard about that too.
Yeah.
This is what we've always low-key wanted. We wanted our movies to connect. No, I didn't even mean to do that. We wanted our movies to connect. We wanted the shows to connect to the movies and be this one overall, not too convoluted of a story. And it is. And this shit. The reason why I'm invested in this show is because the stakes are super high. The stakes is like the existence, essentially. Yeah. So like, and I'm not saying Falcon and Winter Soldier, WandaVision were bad. They were good. They were like more tightly knit, like about those characters. I guess the town that
They're more
Scarlet Witch
like,
took over.
More easily relatable
they're
because
more
America.
real life relatable.
Yeah, socioeconomical problems, but this is like, yo,
Gods and
time
God
is
powers.
threatened. Like the timeline is being
We
threatened.
may not be here.
Yes.
Yeah.
Time
So wait,
space itself.
talking about not being here. So those people that the hunters that were killed in Pompeii, not Pompeii, in Oklahoma, in
Alabama?
yeah, whatever. Or in Alabama, yeah.
Sure.
Did whatever. So when they were reset, you guys. So technically they died in that time, but then when they reset the timeline, they became alive again.
Another
Bringing them back
timeline.
there.
Yeah.
That's fucked up as fuck.
Yeah.
So now, like in the
very
natural
timeline
timeline, that place has been destroyed, but now we have this new timeline that's been.
And they
branched
brought
off.
them back
Right.
technically, or like not brought them
Yeah.
back, but like they were reset, like they never went,
Yeah.
but they
Yeah.
died. There.
Yeah.
Man,
Wait.
that's fucked up.
No.
So like
Yeah,
the
That hurricane is still gonna come and
Not
kill
the
you.
Right,
hurricane.
in the
I'm
natural
talking.
timeline.
the
No.
natural
Right.
timeline.
But we branched off now.
Yeah.
I'm not
Gotcha.
talking about Pompeii. I'm talking about the hunters that went, and then like you know how one of them was touched, and then like they fought each other in the tent. You know how those people died, but then they reset the timeline. So those hunters technically
those didn't
never
go back.
died.
Right.
They were back in the TVA.
I don't think so.
That's
They
what
died.
you guys were saying.
They died.
No,
That's what you guys were saying.
None of us said that.
No, and that's before. When Heat asked, I was like, wait, and that's why I wrote down. I was like, I gotta
No,
clarify.
because Owen Wilson,
I
he
wrote
was
it
like
down.
he was
Gotcha.
scared about taking Loki out because he was stabbed in the back. I think if they died, they died.
Yeah, because
So those people are
venturing
dead.
out.
Yeah, but like the
Okay, so you guys told me
citizens are
that
alive.
it was reset. I'm like, wait,
No,
what?
you didn't tell me that.
Yeah. It's on camera, it's fine. And I wrote a note. After I heard it, I wrote a little note to ask you guys. So whatever, I made it up, I guess.
That's fine. I think the people died there. Sorry, go on. But you
No,
can
go
say
ahead.
something. I think the people there are still gonna die from that hurricane because she was hiding in the apocalypses, right?
Yeah.
So all those people
They-
are supposed to be obliterated, but they maybe are not because now the sacred timeline's all wonky. So
No,
who
I'm
knows
talking about
what's
the
gonna
hunters.
happen
I don't
now.
care about those people. The
I think the
Pompeii.
hunters died.
They're dead, dude. They're dead. You can't
The
change
Pompeii is dead. I'm talking about the Alabama hurricane folk. They could be alive.
Costco.
Like I don't think they fixed it because they started talking about another like movies coming out. They have the What If series where it's basically a bunch of just off-brand episodes of what could have happened. Like
Right.
This could be
I
an
don't think they fixed
explanation
this.
for
Yeah,
this.
like-
It is.
I mean, multiverse.
Essentially a what if.
It's called Doctor Strange: Multiverse of Madness. This ain't gonna get fixed.
No, it's just not
Yeah.
gonna
In
fit.
this series. Yeah.
In 6, we had 4 more episodes. Like, come on, man.
I love that. The people that only watch the movies, like Kevin Feige said, he wants these shows for you to like not have to watch them and still understand the movies, but the shows are going to give you a much larger context and like character development.
Sure.
So people that are just going to walk into Multiverse of Madness, Doctor Strange, are going to be like, oh, that's a fun flick, but they'll never know how the fuck it happened.
Right,
And
yeah,
like we get this backstory, which is why I love these shows, man. This is give me Marvel series. I'll fuck the movies. Just give me the series.
Yeah, I give me a 6 episode series, you know.
But you know, y'all can release them all at the same time. That'd be dope.
I love, dude. Imagine an Avengers like episodic like show, like if they did like a Thanos amalgamation, but it's like
There's a game.
like a 1 season show.
Yeah.
How much more they could show, like how much more badass it could
There's a
be.
game.
No,
It's a
they're
lot of
doing
fun.
really
Yeah,
well.
but-
Like the writing's phenomenal. The jokes are great. Like even Loki drying himself up and saying, "Yeah, I'm not squeaky like you guys." Like it's just like so much like little things and bigger things in it. Like my teeth are sharper and all. Like so much good writing in
The
this.
wolf analogy.
Everything,
good.
everything. I've been just like, wow, this episode is only episode 2.
And we have 2 more of
Yeah.
these shows yet this year. We have Ms. Marvel and Hawkeye.
Miss Marvel!
Wait, what?
Yeah, fuck 'em.
Those are Disney shows, though?
Yeah, for 2021.
I did not know that.
Yeah,
Miss
2 more.
Marvel.
I thought it was just these
Maybe,
three.
maybe they're pushing it. You know, maybe that's like fiscal year, so maybe into next
Also,
February.
I already met Miss Marvel in the game. She had it.
I know, she's really cool. Also, so Lady Loki's actress's name is Sofia Di Martino. She is an English actress of Italian descent. And honestly, I've never seen her in anything. Like, she's been in Flowers, Yesterday, Black Pond, Boland, Endo, The Road
Some
of
Loki movies.
Is there
Never
much
seen
of
them before.
Sweetheart,
What's
Rolling
that?
It Out, The Royal, like Casualty. I've never seen any of these.
They're all like out of state movies, basically. Out of state.
I don't know, honestly.
Yeah, throw a wrench and make it a Lady Loki.
So that's
Man,
cool
I'm
to
with
have
it.
her, you
Shit.
know, on Loki.
Yeah,
I'm
exactly.
with it. You know what I mean? Lady Loki, let's do this.
She made it into that
I love no
Disney.
faces.
She got that Disney money
Yeah.
now.
Yeah, definitely.
You get picked up by Disney and you're like,
Plus,
Yeah, you might as well. That's your retirement.
yup.
I'm interested to see if they use her in the Thor: Love and Thunder.
Even like the smaller,
great.
even the smaller name actors that got to be pretend Loki for a little bit. I bet they got paid fat for that, dude.
Oh
Like,
yeah, and they all
Oh,
did it.
sure.
yeah. and
Everyone
yeah.
just like became Tom
Loki.
Hiddleston.
Yeah.
Randy
so
got
good.
paid fat. The other guy got. But boy, they made.
I
They
think
made money
Randy.
this episode.
I think Randy had the
So-
most fun.
Can we talk about Mobius and Loki's talk real quick about like existence and everything and how Mobius said like in the end, you know, when everything like when the Nexus, there's no more Nexus events, there's nothing like in the end, like they're all just gonna be
Like at peace, peaceful.
Yeah.
end of time.
It's like so
Our religion.
I mean, like,
See,
compared
that's
to
why I
100
still
a
feel
little
like
bit.
it's more religion. Like the whole thing is
Yeah,
like
man.
when you're when everything's done is at peace. The life is all about unraveling and figuring shit out. That's what they're trying to figure out with the unravel. That's why I keep thinking this is just based on religion and like the whole Timekeepers is just a mythology.
It is.
No,
They have their deities.
is a bunch of man.
Because like why
They have their own agenda.
Yeah,
They have their own agenda, and we're fools not to think so. And these guys are fools also.
There's a bunch of hooey.
I figured they'd be a little bit smarter on that one. Come on now.
I mean, they were created by the Timekeepers. So
Right.
they're,
so they wouldn't know.
So I think
These
that's
guys are
It's
created
the
by the
cognizant,
Timekeepers.
it's the cognizant system.
Yeah, the whole TVA.
I mean, like, no, I'm talking about like by birth. Like these guys, like physically the
Yeah.
all
TVA.
the
They were
TVA is created by the
created
Timekeepers.
Like they created the peoples.
As in
Yes.
no parents.
Like a god would create somebody.
Yes.
Okay, then
'Cause
never
that's why
mind.
that guy-
I didn't understand like that. I thought these guys were like.
From my understanding, the
Yes.
entire TVA is created
It's
by the
created,
Timekeepers.
yeah.
Right.
I thought, from my understanding, he made the.
Because there's no one that oversees this thing. They're all their own.
From my,
completely on their
from
own.
my understanding, this is what I thought. From my understanding, I thought the Timekeepers created the organization of the TVA and all the surroundings and all the buildings, but the people themselves, these are actual people.
No,
He went and
That's why I didn't know what fish were, remember?
Yeah,
yeah.
he didn't know
Okay,
what
never
fish were,
mind.
and he was like, I spent my whole life behind a desk.
Yeah.
Yeah, no,
Never
literally,
mind.
they've just been.
And
They're like in
El Wilson said it too. Like
Yeah.
they created us.
It's-
Photo print and 3D printing human beings.
because they're literally like in a purgatory of sorts because
Why
they're
not
kind of
aliens?
out of time space, so they just they simply exist, and they exist to because I think what the whole thing was is the Timekeepers started at just the three of them, but then they realized as it became more of a endeavor that they couldn't just do it just the three of them, so they literally created the TVA to help basically run their jobs for them, or automate what can be automated.
so they have no moms and dads. They're humans.
No.
There is no.
They're just entities.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to figure out. Do they have?
No, they were
Did
created.
it tell you?
Well, so that's why
I
when
don't
Owen
know.
Wilson says that that they're just going to be at peace at the end of space, or the end of time rather, is because I think as far as the TVA goes, they actually will be. Because once, if the Timekeepers ever actually did that, the TVA would still be there, but then they would be like, oh, well, we don't have a job anymore.
Actually, if
so I
they
guess
didn't
we
need
just
them
are
anymore, I
done.
feel like they would just erase the TVA.
Right, but I
and
mean, that's the whole,
maybe that's what the
We'll be
peace
at
is.
peace.
Yeah.
That's a whole new can of worms y'all just opened up.
Yeah, there's no time. There is no now here.
So they can't. So they have emotions. They no, maybe he knows gonna tell you.
We don't know yet.
We don't know.
They might love each other. So they're not even
no
bad.
nipples,
They're
for
like
sure.
that one.
Ken
They're
and Barbie
human, bro.
dolls.
Yeah, no nipples.
Why
It's
is everyone
just
human?
timers.
That's my question. Like, why is everyone a human? There's
Right?
no aliens.
They could, yeah.
They could have very much Star Trek.
Or if they
Star Wars.
lizards.
They could have made them in their own image. That's what I would have done if I was a lizard.
That is an
And they're
excellent
going by
point.
Earth time, 2309 AD,
Yeah, man.
whatever.
It's a bunch of
I guess
hooey.
what
All
maybe
of this
we'll
is a
find
bunch of hooey.
Or if we think too hard on it, we will find holes. Because any time travel,
I mean,
multiverse.
they literally said don't think about it too much.
Mobius said don't think about it.
Don't think about it too much.
The Timekeepers exist, just no one has ever seen them. That's what I think. It's just
see.
like, yeah.
They're a bunch of
I think it's a bunch
dinosaurs.
of hooey.
They're a bunch of dinosaurs.
Who I tell you?
All right, we're gonna see you guys next week. Peace out.
Bye.
Thanks for watching Loki with the Normies. Check us out on Patreon for early access and uncut content. Special shout out to our super patrons Meshal, Sakif, Clayton, Explorin' Dylan, Dane, Mr. Momus, Joe, Robert, Ian, Yusef, ZJP, and Keyboard Junkie. We will see you all next time.